be in,
confusing.
I was supposed to be
How
in
come we have accounts
Connecticut.
payable again today?
This is the normal accounts payable. Last time was those ones she denied. We just went ahead and issued them because Debbie denied a bunch of them. This is the normal schedule.
Okay.
This is the normal week today.
Quit doing them every week.
Well,
If they don't get done in the last week, then tough. Take it out of their budget, the late fees and everything.
That was our fault, though. Debbie,
No, it was
Debbie
their fault.
no,
No,
it was
Debbie-
Debbie. Debbie denied them.
Debbie.
She
Accidentally.
fully denied them instead of sending
accidentally.
them back
Oh.
somewhere.
She completely denied them instead of
Yeah.
just putting them on hold, or however you wanna look at it.
It was just
There was
So
quite a
Debbie's
few
got
that
one.
wasn't
nine of
That
them.
was all?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know.
We'll let Debbie have this one.
Okay. Let's call the meeting to order then. Minutes and reports received and filed.
Yes, from the clerk's fees were filed, the treasurer and the recorder fees.
Okay.
All filed.
Okay. Commissioner Committee Liaison Reports, upcoming meetings, events.
Cole County Communities, Thursday morning. Wednesday, they got Westside Business Association meeting. We got University of Missouri Cole County Extension meeting, Wardsville Lions Club meeting, Eastside Business Association meeting Friday. That's all I got. Oh, we got Blunt's mobile offices here Thursday too.
Mhm.
We got a Road and Ridge meeting tomorrow, and then a Salute to America meeting at noon. And then, that ED meeting is what, Thursday? I don't know that I'm gonna make that.
The what?
That ED meeting?
No, it was last week.
That got canceled.
canceled?
That's the one they moved to
Okay.
last, yeah.
Okay, so that's deleted.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, I think that's it.
Yep, I think I got all those. Friday morning, we got Cap Region, the United,
We don't have a meeting next week,
on Wednesday,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Okay.
Got the United Way kickoff. And then I got a postcard on City Hall, the Jefferson and Stadium, and US 54 meeting Thursday from 4 to 6 PM at City Hall, just to talk on that. You guys can make that.
I also got an MMRPC meeting on Tuesday and a Parks Committee meeting on Tuesday. So,
And I spoke to Mark's Rotary Club yesterday, told him how great you guys were.
what do you want?
Who's?
Huh?
Who's Rotary Club?
Well, I actually spoke to Christina's Rotary Club. She's the first vice president, so, but Mark introduced me.
Christina.
Christina,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Who else?
I thought it was Chrissy.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, who's Christina? Okay.
Well, that's that, okay.
You get to call her Christina. We have to call her Christina.
Oh, okay. Commission comments.
I'm done.
Unfinished business. Okay, new business, accounts payable.
Well, we got one on there that Kristen was talking about.
Okay, so we have one to talk about before you vote to approve them. The computer services fee for the assessor's office is in there. It has not been approved by the department head, which would be the assessor. I changed the department to the commission, if you guys would like to push that one through. It is the money that comes back to us for computer services.
And the Western District Court of Appeals says you can do that.
Well, if he doesn't want to pay it, don't we just shut the computers off?
No, you can pay it. This
So
this
it's-
is your fund.
It's up to you guys. The money comes back to us, so we don't have to do it this time if you guys want to think about it, or if you want me to try to approach Chris and see if he'll approve it.
Why doesn't he want to approve it?
I don't know. I know he had other bills out there and they all got approved except for that one. So I did change the department to 122, which is the commission.
I'm okay with paying it out of our fund.
We need to get it paid.
Right.
That's
but
not as
we do-
fun
but
as
we do-
shutting off
I
computers.
mean, so next year budget time, will we just take that out of his budget and just put it in ours?
You could take it out of the assessment fund.
Right.
Well, that's what it is. It's the assessment fund paying the general fund for those computer services.
Right.
So right now, we need to get the money from one fund to the other. That's what
So this is just a
essentially
transfer or
doing.
what?
Yes.
Okay.
But I need someone to approve it at the department head so it can move through the rest of the levels. So that's why I changed it.
We
to-
have control of the assessment fund, right? So
So-
that's our fund to approve, right?
Yeah.
Right, so,
She didn't even
It's-
need to ask him in the first place.
You're being nice.
I was.
And
I'm
nice
a
in the
very nice
sandbox.
person.
According to
That's good.
the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court does not disagree. So,
So it's sitting out there at your guys' department head. If one of you would approve at the department head level, the rest of us can approve it right after the meeting and get it in
Okay.
this run.
You guys good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, are you there now?
No.
Oh, I still got that screen up. We were messing with it a while ago.
And hopefully that works. If it doesn't, we might have to,
go to court again.
well, no, the approval levels. Me changing the approval department, hopefully it will let you approve it.
Did you see the rest of them, Chris? Were you all right with them?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. There was one other big one. There, I
That
got
you had
it.
some
I'm
questions
gonna
on?
Approve it here. Yeah, I got the one for that. No, no questions. One big one was for the GIS photography.
Hmm.
That's the full payment for it, right?
No,
Half?
I think that's the second half.
How much was it?
12
12,000.
something?
Yeah, it was like 35,000 or something was total, I think.
Yeah, I think we've made one, this might be the second of three, because I think we've made one payment before, and then this one.
What else we got?
One other question on accounts payable. I know you made the comment a minute ago. We do have some utility bills, so like Ameren and the phone bills, that just happen to be coming like the Monday after bills are due. We're wondering if we could have, on the off weeks, not a normal run, those utility bills approved so we can get them out and avoid some of those late payments.
I don't have a problem with paying the utility bills.
Are we paying late payments then?
Some of them we have, some of them has been the mail's problem. They get kind of lost, and by the time we get them, we can't turn them around fast enough. But it's hard when we're doing, especially like a phone bill where every department has to approve it, to turn it around in a day, because I have some department heads that aren't here every day that I can't get them in 24 hours to get in there and approve it and turn it around and pay it the next morning. So we're having a problem with some of those that have to go through multiple departments to get approved, turning it around in a day. So if it comes on that Monday and we pay them on Tuesday morning, there's not enough time for the department head to go in there and get it pushed through so the rest of the approvals can happen. So we thought if we did on the off week, just an accounts payable for utilities, if there are any, so we could turn them around faster than waiting the 2 weeks until the next one.
Yeah, 'cause I don't like paying late payments. That's,
So when we get a bill from the phone company, they give us a day to pay it?
It's not usually a day, but sometimes it gets delivered to the wrong department, so it could sit here for a day or two before we actually get it and get it entered. And then, like I said, there's 17 approvals that a phone bill has to go through because every department has something on it. So I have to get 17 people to approve it before it can get past the department head level. Sometimes they can't get that done in a day. And so the next run would be 2 weeks from then. So we're trying to see if we can do like one in between for some of those bills if they don't fall on the right day to get them paid before a late charge.
Do
Like
most-
the Ameren bill came yesterday. So by the time we got it got entered at like 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
yeah, mine came yesterday. It's due the 11th, I think.
Right, so
So,
if it got entered at 3 o'clock, the email notification that it actually got entered doesn't go out till 8 o'clock this morning. And that gives them an hour between when they got the email and when we vote on the stuff to get it approved.
I just tell them tough. I wouldn't pay late fees. Tell them to shut us off. Hey, I do it with a lot of my vendors. I'm like, I'm not paying late fees, not paying finance charges. You know, this is when we pay pretty promptly. I mean, you know, they could wait 30 days. I mean, 7 days, really?
Well, and the
That's
Ameren
ridiculous.
one's not as big of a deal. We're not actually delinquent until I think the 20th or the 21st. But the due date's like the 11th or, yeah. So we're gonna be past the due date, but we're not gonna be at the delinquent mark by the time we hit 2 weeks from now, but.
That's just my thoughts. I mean, everybody gives you 30 days, but the utility companies,
Yeah.
so.
So really, I mean, if we did it every week, mostly that off week would just be a phone bill or a Ameren bill, you know, maybe a credit card bill if it fell after the date. Things like that that, you know, are a little more timely than anything else. All of the other stuff can wait until the next 2-week run. And there could be times when we don't have anything on that off week. It's just giving us the ability to push it out faster if we have to.
I'm okay with the utilities, but the credit cards I'm not. So they need to get those turned in, and if they need to adjust the dates on when those get paid, that's what they can do, but I don't want to do that. I mean, those card companies, they can adjust the due date or whatnot if that
Okay.
works, so.
So you're okay with like Ameren or
Mhm.
CenturyLink, things like that, utility bills on the off week?
Yeah, because I mean, I think we could go ahead and pay those without approval, and you know, if there's a question or something, when we can work that out. But I would say that 90% of the time, there's probably not a question with any of the departments.
It's just getting it through all the different
Right.
Yeah.
approval levels.
Right.
Well, you look at it, so
Right.
it's, I mean, that's, if something extraordinary is on there, you're gonna catch it.
Okay. So do you guys want to actually bring it into the meeting, or do you want to have some kind of blanket approval for those two bills that if they come in, we can pay them whenever we get them?
I'm okay with you guys looking at them and paying them, because, I mean, Greg would probably know better than anybody if there was something out of the ordinary or something just.
And he's the one that does most of like the Ameren stuff. There are
Mhm.
like the other departments, like the sheriff and things like that, that get their own bill for their building that comes out of their fund.
I mean, I think we'd notice if there was something that was just a big spike or,
Right, right.
so. I'm good with just you guys just paying them,
Okay,
so.
Yep.
You might want to vote on that, just so you have it entered into the record for their protection.
Okay.
and it probably still will be a phone call to one of you to go in and approve at the commission level so that it can move through, so it's not like you wouldn't have the
Well, we have a
ability.
meeting every week, why can't we just approve it at that meeting?
I'm fine with that too. I mean, it would just be accounts payables on there each time. If there's something out there, somebody would come in and say, I would ask for approval of accounts payable. So if you want to do that too, I mean, either way, it's fine with me. It's just
But
there
is-
are some bills that we need to push out quicker than 2 weeks.
It is weekly enough, though. So, I mean, if you get the bill, say, last Wednesday, let's say you got the bill today, the 4th, and we didn't have a meeting till next week, that's the 11th. So that's already late.
Yeah.
Get billing.
So what do you guys want to do?
We could try the weekly and see if we run into issues and come back if it is an issue. I mean, it's fine with me coming to, I mean, having it on there every meeting, and if we have
Well,
something, we bring it.
I mean, you're talking phone bills today, and they're, I think, at least mine do the, no,
Phone bill.
Ameren came
Ameren.
yesterday and it's due the 11th.
It's
so.
due the 11th, but
Yeah.
it's not actually delinquent until the 21st. We got 4 or 5 of them I think there's one that didn't get approved, so it's hanging out there.
So don't we pay some of those bills by credit card?
We do like the trash bill and,
Jeff City Utilities,
and the water bill.
sewer,
Yeah.
Well, why can't we just do those by credit card
Ameren
too?
won't let us do by credit card.
and neither will Missouri American Water.
Okay.
They'll do a bank draft, which we will not let them do, where they automatically pull it, but
Sure.
they won't do
Oh.
a credit card.
Credit card, you're gonna pay a fee, so.
So yes, a lot of the utilities we've covered with the credit card, so we're not having that issue. It's mainly CenturyLink and Ameren, and then maybe the sewer bill. So I mean, you could vote that those three vendors, you know, could be automatically approved, or we can come to a meeting once a week, it doesn't matter.
We can try it once a week and see
That's fine.
if some of those fall through the, if they do, then,
In some cases, it works out fine, but we pay on a 2-week cycle, so it's not the same day every month. They're due every 2 weeks, so the timing of when we actually pay during the month changes. It's not the same day every month, is part of the reason that we're running into this issue. It's not like we pay on the 15th and the 30th. We pay every other Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what day that falls, so it's different every month. It's not like we're paying on the same day every month.
Let's try it every week. If that doesn't work, then
We'll come back.
we'll.
yeah. Cause I don't wanna pay late fees, that's just throwing money away.
I agree.
Do you still want a motion?
Well, if we're just gonna do it every week, we don't
Okay.
need a motion.
Okay.
So,
Did it let you approve that one, Bill, or did you try? The
What's
assessor's
that?
one?
I think Jeff did it.
It let you
Yeah.
do it?
No,
No, it didn't.
which one is it?
The assessor's computer services.
no, it says, following GL numbers have not been approved yet, cannot be approved by the user, Jay Helsher.
Okay, so I'll have to do some.
You don't wanna see what I typed back to it. Started with.
So if you can go ahead and approve that one with the vote, I will try and fix the computer issue as soon as the meeting's over.
So we can approve all the accounts payable, including this one, which is not
That hasn't
approved yet
made
in
it
the
all the way
computer.
through
so-
the approval yet.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
To approve accounts payable and the assessor's payment.
Yeah, the professional service fee, which was not approved yet on the computer is all.
Okay. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Signing a financial advisory agreement with WM Financials.
Okay, on this, you asked for us to go back to the landowners out there on Randall Drive, see if they would front the money. I contacted Tony Stegman with Gilmore and Bell to see if they could be reimbursed if this NID does go through to fruitation. She said that is a valid expense, and so I talked to the landowners. They agreed they'd put $1,000 up. They brought the check in Friday. So what we're asking is move forward where we can get Joy, get her information so we get this petition completed and get it in works.
So we need to approve the contract with Joy Howard, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be approving with Joy to give us the financial recommendations on the bonding, what she thinks we can get bonding for.
Okay.
Which has to go into the petition so everybody knows what they're signing.
Is that with her personally, or does she have a business, or?
It's with the WM Financial.
WM Financial.
Okay. Okay, so I move we approve and sign the contract with WM Financial Strategies.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just to give you an update, it appears that Parkview Meadows is moving very quickly. They've already got a draft petition, and they're gonna be waiting, or we're gonna make a decision, or they're gonna make a decision on how they wanna handle the bonding, or whether some of this information that Joey's gonna come up with can be utilized there too.
Yeah, I ran into Frank Burkhead Saturday night, and he was very appreciative. He says it's working. I think they've got over 70% of the,
It appears that they're moving along, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Parkview Metals pass Randall. They're really enthused about, they want to get into the county road system.
well, I think they worry about the winter. I don't know.
Especially with the summer we've had right now, we had a pretty heavy winter after '93, so,
Yeah.
right, behoove them to. They're probably, if they get the NID sign, the petition sign, I think they're gonna approach you all about doing snow removal this winter. That would be a question for you all, so.
Thanks, Larry.
We've done it in the past, the commission has approved it in the past where we've had similar issues. So, me personally, I don't have a problem with it as long as the NID petition signed. That's tying them to it, so.
So that's after Joy would do her things and then they'd
This will be
get
down the
everything
road.
signed.
Right.
Okay.
This will be down the road. I just want to give you a heads up.
So this would be just prior to going out for bid and doing the construction and stuff, and I'd have to wait till next year. Okay. Good enough.
Update on Lower Bottom Road, whatever.
The drilling's been complete. We're waiting on some of the test results on the soil samples that were taken. This initial appears that taking material out and putting it back is going to be real expensive, so they're going to be looking at maybe some other options. Whether, piling along there to help hold it. What we're looking at is a bottom dollar. The amount of material, at least what they initially said, and again, this is all contingent to the results that they get back off soil samples. We've got several different options we're looking at. We're still moving forward with it, so.
Good.
Thanks, Larry. JAG grant interlocal agreement signing.
I've got it.
Oh,
Drew sent this to me. Got 2 copies. Betsy, you want to talk about it?
The JAG grant that we do with the city every year. This past year, we were getting tasers on it. This one, we've asked for radios. I think it's about $7,000 to $8,000 that we'll get. The city gets a portion and we get a portion. And it's
So
all
we-
run through the city, so we sign the agreement with the city that they'll do it.
So we got the grant,
Mhm.
or they got the grant?
They got the grant,
And they share with us?
yes.
So I move that we sign the interlocal agreement for the JAG grant program 2015.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Other issues that have come before the commission today?
I have one.
Yes.
We talked before about your guys' departments and whether or not you wanted them to bring their budget to you first. We kind of talked that no, you didn't really want it. You do have budget hearings scheduled for the 18th. If you don't need those hearings, it would give the departments more time to work on their budget because they're not due to me until September the 1st. I talked to Debbie. She didn't care one way or the other, so you guys need to decide for sure if you want those departments to come to you with their budget first before they come to the auditor's office. If not, it would give them more time to work out some details on their budget if they have till the 1st of September.
So my only thoughts are if there's a significant change in any one item, that I'd like to see that.
Okay.
Now, I don't know that, I mean, that could just be an email of their proposed budget with something highlighted that says, this is why this item needs to be increased.
Well, most of the time, with the new system, we're doing it online. In the past, when we've done it, I always forwarded it on to the commission at the same time. Like Christian said, it would give us an additional time. We're not only trying to project what we're gonna do next year, but we're trying to project the next, 5 to 6 months out this year. So any time would help, at least from our point of view, we would greatly appreciate it. additional time. I don't have a problem if there's something changing. Ours never really changes a whole lot, I mean drastically from year to year, but I don't have a problem forwarding or giving you a heads up, say, hey, we're looking at spending X amount of dollars more on equipment, you know, here's our reason why and how we're funding it. I don't have a problem issue doing that.
My big thing is I don't want the departments to submit something to you and then we don't get to see it till we really start budget discussions, and then you've already prepared all that stuff, and it's like when we could have just nixed it out of there. Or,
Right.
I guess if you anticipate something that's going to be a big ticket item or something that's going to affect your total budget.
Well, lower bottom's a good example.
Right.
Something we would be bringing to you, whether we're gonna try and take it out 211 or the sales tax or whatever. You know, that'd be something we'd be pointing out to you, because I know you all don't like surprises.
Mhm.
We don't either, because when we get in budget hearings, then we both get a shot, so.
Mhm.
I don't know how the other departments work, but, you know, it would, we would, like I said, greatly appreciate the additional few weeks, so.
So do you have a certain dollar amount or percentage if you're going over, you want them to kind of run it by you first?
Well, so I'm just kind of talking, but anyway, it's not really the dollar amount, but I mean, so if everybody adds, say, 2% to their overall budget, that could affect what you present to us, and then then it's kind of like, after you do all this work, now we go back and we just butcher everything, and so, you know, I don't seem like it's real productive way of doing things. But I mean, of course, and you may take it back to what they had last year too.
Right.
But if it's a legitimate expense and it's going to affect their budget, is the only thing that I can, you know.
Well, it's just kind of hard to see individual departments, especially the ones that report to you guys. I mean, Road and Bridge is a little different. They're their own fund, so they have to be balanced out themselves. But like juvenile and the health department and things like that, it's really hard to get a picture of that because they're part of general fund. So until you get every department in there and see the overall of general fund, it's really hard to say whether or not we can do what they're asking for until you get the total picture of what general fund looks like in every department in general fund. So I'd like them to ask for what they think they need. I'd like to see the total picture so that we can decide whether or not general fund can handle it or not. I mean, until you get all 20 departments in general fund all together, you don't know whether or not we have the capabilities to do what they're asking for or not. So to look at them individually up front is kind of hard. I mean, like I said, Road and Bridge is a little different. They're their own fund, and you can see whether they're balanced or not by themselves. But some of those departments are hard to see until you get them all together. Because one department may ask for 5% increase overall, but I could have 4 or 5 departments that don't ask for any increase. So.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I haven't looked at what that budget thing's going to look like in this new system, so it's hard to see. But if it's anything like the accounts payable, where they can put some notes and
They can.
And
right now, it's required if they go over 2%, so an increase more than 2% over last year's budget, they should put a footnote. They should be putting a note in there that says why they're going up more than 2% on any individual line.
So I don't care if they have till September 1st and then come after September 1st and tell us, or they can just shoot us an email what their request is. I mean, then when we get into budget stuff, then we'll start ironing all through all that. I don't know. Debbie's not here, so I don't know what she.
Hers are the few departments where she still wants to meet with you guys to go over, you know, general accounts and things like that before she submits to us. So her departments that she still does, she wants to sit down and talk with you about, but she said the outside departments, she didn't have a problem. It's up to you guys if you want to see them beforehand or not.
So we got to submit ours to you by the first two, by statute. I don't care. What do you guys think?
okay with waiting until September 1st. I mean, if there's
I'm fine with the first two.
So do you just want them to submit you a copy when they submit it to me, and you guys can go through? If you have big concerns, you can let me know. The 10th is really the statute deadline. If I don't have something by the 10th, then I can input something for you. So that would give you guys 10 days after the 1st to kind of look over them. If there's something that concerns you, we can adjust it. Do you just want them to submit a copy? Do you want them to come up for a hearing? Do you guys tell me?
I think if they just submit a copy to all of us and then, one to Debbie, and, I mean, if we can view it all here, we can look through it. If we got questions, then we
Do
can.
we actually, I'll be honest, I'm still doing it the old way right now, we're using spreadsheets. Going in for, will we actually need to submit you something, or will it be online? Or-
So right now, the process is that there's 2 things you should submit in writing. One is your salary plan, and 2 is your capital improvement requests. So those 2 items should be in writing. When you submit the 2 things in writing, that's your way of telling me that what you put in the system is done. So same thing for you guys. You guys would know when you get that portion that's in writing, you would know that in the new software, their numbers are in there also.
Okay.
So instead of August 18th, we would just do that like September 1st.
So do you want to have a hearing, or do you just want to see what they submit, and if you guys have questions, you can ask the individual department?
So why do we even need to have a hearing?
You don't at this point. You have to have one after I submit to you. There has to be like a public hearing.
Right.
So we do each department individually public hearing, so there has to be one public hearing. There does not have to be a hearing at this point.
They weren't hearings, these were just when they came to present it to us, right? They would come
Right.
up and say, well, this is what I need. I know you're gonna try to cut all my money out. Gotta save road, but
So it's kind of, do you want that presentation to you, or are you okay with looking at it in the system, and if you have questions about particular items approaching the departments, then do you want them to come up and make a presentation?
I don't. Unless I have questions, and then we can call them in here and.
unless they wanna come up here, if they feel like they need to come up here. When we have our hearings or when we have our actual budget discussions, I wouldn't mind having them in here when we're talking about their areas. If they wanna be in here and find out why we're cutting each line or why we're doing stuff. So,
So those are always, I mean, they're on the agenda, the hearings that you guys have after that, if you want to tell them when you're
yeah, but
talking
we hop
about
around
their.
so bad on that.
Well, if you want to, I mean, set when you're talking about certain departments, but you will have a public hearing with each department after I submit to you. So November the 15th, I think it's the 10th this year, actually.
So just to clarify, we'll have budget discussions. We have one hearing.
Right.
We have one hearing for public comment
Yes.
on the approved budget.
Yes.
That we take public comment on. And then usually we don't have any comment, but that's really the only hearing that we have, right?
Yes.
The rest are just discussion.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with giving them till September 1st, and then we can dive into all that.
Yeah, and if we don't have to have a meeting to go through, if they specifically want to, I'm fine.
You can buy me lunch later.
Well, some of them might want to come before us,
Yeah,
explain.
yeah, if they got
explain.
questions or
So if they
something.
want to do that, I mean, they're welcome to.
So do you guys have an actual meeting somewhere close to the 1st of September? That if they want to talk about their budget or anything like that, that they could come in and do that?
September 1st, we have a meeting.
September the 1st?
Yep.
Okay, so are you okay with the
September
department?
8th, we have a meeting.
Could you just add like a line item, just budget discussions, and, we could come up, say, or drop you an email, and just put an agenda item, budget discussions, and then if we've got something, we can bring it to you, type of deal. And we can give you a heads up we're coming, but
Fine by me.
If we wait till September 8th, is that
I'd put it on the 1st, because we technically have 10 days, right?
Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
If meetings get you on, you can always move some of it back today.
Yeah,
Do what you can on first.
We don't usually do anything when the presentation is brought up,
Right. And these are just the departments
because you
that-
have yours, then you have your presentation on the auditor's budget,
Right.
and then we have the hearings,
Right.
and that's when we get to, so they have to behave for a few more months, till November or December.
So September the 1st would be the departments that report to you. Health Department, Juvenile, Public Works, Emergency Management, all of those departments on the 1st would have the ability to come in and talk to you at that meeting if they needed to about something in their budget. But they will submit you a copy by the 1st.
mhm.
Good?
Good.
Okay.
Good by me.
I will get the 18th canceled and we'll get an email out to the department so they know what they have to do. And that's
Give 'em
all I
another
have.
2 weeks to procrastinate.
I think Larry's got a lot on his plate. I don't,
We're still working heavily on it. It's hard to try and project out costs on asphalt and everything. Closer we can get to that date, the better off our numbers are gonna be, so. Wish I had that crystal ball, but it's been pretty foggy the last 20 years I've been here, so.
don't think you know you got job security.
Yeah.
And I will leave Debbie's department's discussions on there for you guys on the 18th.
It's fine.
Like general counsel, things like that.
Anything else?
Oh, one more thing.
Oh.
United Way. We talked about doing a meeting as Duck Dynasty.
Yes,
Would you guys be willing to do that next week and actually draw the names for the prizes from the incentives and things like that? Because we should have the end of Penny Wars is Monday, and we should hopefully have all the cards collected, so we'll kind of know what we raised and.
Monday at what time?
Huh?
Don't be trying to trick me.
Noon. Monday at noon.
Okay, did I get your email? Did it say noon?
It's at
Okay.
noon.
I remember seeing it and I made a mental note.
So anyone that wants to bring
You can
pennies and
say
put
that
them
while
in
you're changing
Jeff's
subject.
box, please do it before Monday at noon.
Just got a few dollars to take care of them pennies.
do we have our costumes?
I have 2 beards and things. I'm looking for the 3rd if you know someone else that has their Dynasty beard.
So this is
I
Monday.
already told you I got one.
I think your meeting next week is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm not wearing somebody else's Duck
So we're-
Dynasty beard.
Okay.
So are we just gonna do it on Wednesday then, or what?
Yeah, Wednesday at the
Okay.
meeting, if I can just put
What-
United Way on there, but
Okay.
it would be the whole meeting in.
Yeah, I'd like to,
Duck
I'd like to see
Dynasty.
if we can get like 17 and some of the press
Yeah.
to come cover it. I think that
Yeah.
would be good.
So yes, come prepared in
I
your.
think that would be good.
In our garb.
outfit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's no different than sitting down and reading to a bunch of kids. They may, was you wearing a hat and some kind of nose or something when we was reading to them?
No.
Oh, no, they put that stupid thing on my shoulder.
The other-
Whatever that was, I don't remember.
Was
Is
it
that a
a
monkey
cat?
or?
Is it an owl or a ferret or?
Didn't you dress up as what was it? Yeah.
Watch where you go here, Larry. A lot of things were for good causes. I did it one time.
When you
Yeah.
Men of the
kids,
club,
the
what were
cat
you?
hat.
That's what it was.
So are you okay with doing that next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come in your costume.
You better
Remember
remind us
costume.
Tuesday.
Okay.
If everybody wants a camo vest.
Yeah, that
and-
wasn't
and
even-
I might do a
that
camo
one.
Hey,
vest
I'm not
and bow
telling.
tie.
I'm not telling. You'll be surprised.
But yeah, we will contact the
I
media and
think-
make sure that they're here.
Yeah.
But we'll be drawing the incentive prizes, kind of announcing. what
Hey,
we
Jack.
raised, things like that.
Can we bring
Don't
our,
forget your teacup.
Tea jug.
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably have a full house just to see that, huh?
do we have a long agenda?
Might have a
I
camera,
don't
too.
know. Yeah.
So when is the taping to the building happening?
We haven't decided on a date yet. It depends on if it's you. If it's you, we're gonna wait till the
it's 100
hottest day of
degrees.
the year, and we're gonna take you up there for an hour and a half.
It's all right. I'll be
But if
wearing
it's
t-shirts.
anybody else, we might wait until it's cooled off and
It won't
maybe
be that bad
10
up there. It ain't that hot when you're just in a thong. Told you this could backfire on you all.
I'm taking volunteers to tape Jeff to the building.
Yeah, and he's up for re-election next year. That could either get him a lot of votes
Need
or.
to go to the clerk.
No, any guy in a
Just
thong's
need to
not
go
gonna
to
get
the
a
clerk.
vote. That wouldn't get anybody a vote. They should outlaw that thing.
It might hurt a little when you take that tape off.
I'm just stopping right there.
Any other issues? Move we recess until 4:30 PM.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
43 minutes. Sam, what happened?
You like it?
I was,
Oh,
I was at 20.
Turned the Ranger over on his side.
Okay.
It's on the driver's side, so he
Yeah.
stuck his foot out to stop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Came down, cut his
So I'll just have to give them
cut
back to you.
his-